Hey there, and welcome back to Rolonda On Demand, and this segment, Row on the Go Solo. In this Rolonda podcast, we are going to talk about a solo traveler's paradise right there in the Caribbean, the island of Nevis. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd never heard about Nevis before. I had heard of St. Kitts and Nevis and was more familiar with St. Kitts. But Nevis was something new, and I had to get away. As you can hear the sirens here in New York City, I needed peace, and I found it on Nevis. Nevis may be small in size, but it's huge in charm. And if you ever wanted a solo getaway that combines safety, adventure, culture, and some just plain relaxation, then Nevis should be at the top of your list. And by the end of this episode, you're going to know exactly why this island is perfect for traveling alone. And maybe even start planning your next escape while you listen. Because, you might want a last-minute late summer getaway, or Nevis is wonderful through October. You take your flight, and thank you, Delta, for being so wonderful to me. It was my birthday, and Delta just rolled out the red carpet. I even got a t-shirt out of the deal. I flew into St. Kitts and then took a 15-minute ferry ride right over the waters to Nevis. And boy, was it beautiful. All the mountains as your backdrop with all of this lush greenery. It was like Hawaii in the middle of the Caribbean, but it was absolutely beautiful. And I stayed at the Four Seasons, and they just spoiled me. Like I said, it was my birthday. And let me tell you what's so crazy. 2 days before this trip, I almost wasn't gonna go. I was in one of those, I don't feel like traveling modes. And I was like, wait a minute, snap out of it, girl. How are you gonna remember your birthday? Either staying at home or getting out and seeing the world. Get out there so you'll have memories and experiences. Isn't that what life is all about anyway? So I got to Nevis, and boy, was I glad. I really needed to relax. So one of the first things I did was I got a lovely massage. I don't even remember the lady who massaged me because I fell asleep as soon as my face went into that little massage hole. But I had a wonderful time after the massage, sitting under the waterfall and really taking in the beauty of Nevis. I tell you, everywhere I looked, there was a view. Everywhere. And it was just absolutely beautiful. So let's start off with question number 1. Did I feel safe? Absolutely. Nevis, the people are wonderful, first of all. Very welcoming and hospitable. And I felt safe and seen everywhere I went. Now, I will admit, I did not travel far into Nevis. Nevis is a very small island, only about 36 miles wide. And I didn't travel deep into Nevis, but what I did do is walk on the outskirts of the resort. I even got to meet the premier, y'all. Mark Brantley was so welcoming and hospitable. And he took me to a place he said I could not miss. And I'm going to tell you, don't miss it either. Sonny's bar called Sunshine. And that was a fun spot where a lot of the locals and tourists meet. And you can always meet people as you go out. And I found that even eating out was very easy. I didn't feel out of place. I felt very welcomed. And I also got to meet people as well. So I had a good time doing that because I love fine dining. And also, my goodness, you can't beat the views when you're dining. Whether you're having breakfast at the Four Seasons, that buffet, oh my God, you will swallow your tongue. Whether you're doing that or you're sitting in an afternoon or dinner right there on the ocean, enjoying your wonderful meals, either by yourself or meeting people along the way.
God bless you. And look at the view. Wow. Whoa, happy birthday to me.
Not only did I get to meet the premier, Mark Brantley, but I also got to meet members of the Nevis Tourism Board. Pam and Shaliza showed me a good time and helped me celebrate my birthday in style. Caribbean style, that is. And Pam and Shaliza are quick to point out many reasons that Nevis should be on your bucket list as a solo traveling woman.
And even though you're a solo traveler, Everybody here embraces you. You don't feel awkward like sometimes you might in some places. And if you want peace and quiet and to be left alone, that's what happens here. If you want to mix and mingle with some friends and make friends, and then you can do that, and people are very, very open. So yeah, it's a very comforting feeling, and I don't think being a solo traveler is like weird here. Nevis certainly is a beautiful destination if you're traveling alone.
They're going to come, they're going to interact with you. Someone just up to today came over to you, complimented you on your outfit, and I think that's just the beauty of the warmth of the hospitality here on Nevis. And so if you're a solo traveler, male or female, Nevis is definitely a place for you.
And we always say here, once you've been here once, the next time you're family.
Oh,
And
wow.
you're a Nevision the next time. You're a Nevision when you come here, because after day 2 or 3, you're already feeling like you're one of us.
Yeah, well, I'm claiming it. Nevis has a very low crime rate, and they take great pride in that. Let me tell you some other unique things about Nevis. The island does not have any traffic lights. The island does not have any fast foods, and you might meet a little monkey or two as you travel along. And as you travel, you might want to take a taxi or rent a car. Oh my goodness. Now let's talk beaches. I am a beach bum. I grew up at the beach down in North Carolina, and any place I travel, if it involves a beach, it's got to be a good beach. I don't like shoveling moss. I don't like that dirty, grainy sand. Give me white sand and turquoise waters, and let me tell you, Nevis did not disappoint. These beaches are absolutely beautiful, and there are many of them. I spent my time at Penny's Beach, but there's also Lover's Beach and Wally Beach, all perfect for spreading out your towel or being spoiled like they do for you at the Four Seasons and set you up an umbrella and nice chair and bring you something cold to drink, sipping a cocktail, reading a book, whatever you want to do, it's your time. And what I love most about the beaches is they are so uncrowded. You didn't have to deal with a crowd and a bunch of screaming children. And there's something magical just about walking along the beach in the sand at sunset or sunrise and watching the horizon turn shades of pink and gold. I mean, it's a moment that makes you feel alive and utterly free. And isn't that what solo travel is all about? Now, for those of you who like a little adventure and just not laying on the beach all day like me, there's plenty to do. There's golf, there's pickleball, there's hiking volcanoes in the beautiful lush landscape. There's horseback riding and trails and on the ocean. There's kayaking in some of the calmer coves and just enjoying the lush rainforest. At one point, I remember stopping and saying to myself, I don't hear all that chatter in my head. I was at such peace, and I think the word serenity is what really helps to describe my vacation at Nevis. And oh my goodness, after all that adventure, you might need some spa time. And I enjoyed the Wellness Center Beyond, where you can enjoy meditation, or you can enjoy cooking classes or wellness workshops, yoga. It was just wonderful, and I needed just to connect my mind and my spirit and my soul and to realign myself and replenish. And the spa was just perfect. After my massage, I remember sitting under the waterfall and just letting the water just pound on my head. And I just felt so much at peace. There are times when we just really need to be pampered. And I found that that was a time, and I didn't have to talk to anybody or look at the clock and see what time we had to meet for dinner or anything like that. I had my space, I had my time, and when I finished, I could go and get under those beautiful sheets in my suite and go to sleep. And don't forget that Nevis is known for culture, history, and those are great experiences too if you'd like to explore. Did you know that Alexander Hamilton was actually born here in Nevis? And you can visit his birthplace and imagine all the stories of the past unfolding. The island is dotted with centuries-old plantations and quaint villages and vibrant local festivals. They really brag of their Mango Festival, which is a yearly delight. And solo travelers, you can linger in a museum or chat with locals or enjoy those cobblestone streets on your own time and enjoy the authenticity of Nevis. One tip I would say that I learned the hard way: don't pack a lot. Pack light and pack smart. Most of the time I spent in my bathing suit and my coverall, walking around with my hat maybe, but I didn't use barely any of all the clothes and shoes that I brought. So really think smart and pack light. So there you have it. Whether you're laying on the beach reading that book that you promised yourself you would finish, or hiking the volcanoes in the rainforest, whatever your choice, Nevis has something to offer for everybody. And I really, honestly loved my trip there, and I'm so happy I have birthday memories. Because isn't that what solo travel is all about? It's about experiences, and it's about memories. So be sure to document your trips too, so you'll have those memories later. And remember, solo travel can be the most empowering decision you make this year. So reinvent the way you look at travel and try something new. And if you go to Nevis, tell them Rolonda sent you. I want to thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Rolonda podcast, Rolonda on Demand, Row on the Go Solo. Please subscribe and hit like if you enjoyed this episode, and go back and enjoy some of my archives. I've got all kinds of things on this Rolonda channel, and I hope that you will continue following me. Also, if you're interested in voice acting, don't forget my voice acting masterclass is going strong. You can go check it out at Rolonda.com. That's ROLONDA.com. And be sure to sign up for my free webinars on the joys of voice acting. I hope you'll also be watching Mind Your Business on Bounce TV and Survival of the Thickest on Netflix. And also catch my animated series, a brand new series, right now on Adult Swim and HBO Max. It's called Invincible Fight Girl. So go and support those too. And of course, every day, listen to Sherry as I announce our girl Sherry Shepherd on her new season coming up this fall. Thanks so much for listening and watching. Now go out there and do something good. Hi, I'm Rolonda Watts, and I'm a voice actor. You hear me every day on the Sherry Shepherd Show as her announcer and promo voice, or you may hear me in the new animated series Invincible Fight Girl on Adult Swim, or you might hear me as Professor Wiseman on Curious George. Well, I also teach a voice acting masterclass. It's a deep dive, 6 weeks, into everything you want to know about voice acting. It's perfect for those of you who are just beginning, and it's perfect for you who want to level up your career if things get a little stale. You never know what you don't know, and I would love to help you know more. So come and grow with Ro in the VO business. If you have any questions, go to Rolonda.com and find out more about my free webinars and my voice acting masterclass, and I am going to offer you a special deal.